Content provided in this presentation is for entertainment and informational purposes only, and does not constitute trading or investment advice, recommendation, or endorsement. Financial market trading carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You could lose more than your initial investment. Always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any trading or investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your trading actions and their outcomes.
And a very good morning. Welcome back to the Sigma FX live stream. This is our second stream of the day. It is Wednesday, the 17th of June 2026. Thank you for joining me this morning. It's good to have you all here. I'm just turning off the volume as I can hear myself speaking now. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear, and do drop a message in the chat to say who you are, where you're from, and what you're trading today. And if you would like anything looked at this morning, we can certainly have a look at the charts. This morning we had a look at cycles, looking at the cycles topping out across the board on the US indices, and the likelihood that we're entering a down phase period on cyclical analysis, taking us into early October probably. That window anyway. The only one that was going against that was the Dow Jones was looking like it was still to top out as we come into July time. But yeah, all entering, yeah, they're all lining up to be in a down cycle. This could all be related to the news as well, or is the news related to the cycles? It's a question of what comes first, the chicken or the egg. It's never clear. So let's have a look at the news. And on our news horizon today, earlier on we've had the pound dollar news just after our first stream this morning, or just as our first stream started this morning. We had pound dollar news, 7 AM UK time. Was bearish news for the pound, and the pound was looking like it took a spike lower. It's just taken my second entry in the retrace that we expected, so I'm hoping to see reversal off that imbalance level, as we'll look at that in a minute, onto the pound dollar, and I'll be looking for our pound dollar to go lower again, because I'm short. So will we see the take profit taken, or will we see the stop taken? We'll monitor that throughout the stream this morning. Just quickly, hello and welcome to Evan Bourne, Rebel Trader. Do check out the link to Evan's channel, Rebel Trader, in the description, through entering our what is it? It's called a sweepstake competition. So we're offering 1,020 Mexican pesos in the spirit of the World Cup 2026 for when we get to 1,000 subscribers, or when we reach that, and hopefully we do that before the final of the World Cup, and we'll be drawing at half time. If we don't reach the 1,000 subscribers by then, which currently I suspect we're not going to, we will do the draw on reaching that milestone. So if you want the code for today, we'll go with the code GOLD. So enter the code GOLD, and Evan, you may be the only entrant, so I'll maybe just buy you a pint instead or something. We can meet up at some point. Good to see everybody in the chat anyway. Good to see you, Evan, and good to see you this morning as well. So what else do we have on the news horizon today? Well, it's FOMC later on, 7 PM UK time. Look out for that dollar news, big dollar news. We can expect some moves in the markets ahead, and also the retail sales month on month, ex-autos month on month, and federal funds rate at 1:30 PM. 1:30 PM, not the federal funds rate, it's later on at 7 PM. But 1:30 PM we've got dollar news again, high impact. That's all our high impact news for today, going into Thursday, Nothing overnight on any of the major currencies, but we're back in again on unemployment rate tomorrow on pound at 7 a.m. We will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m, so do join us 7 a.m. London time for our next trading session. I can't remember what we're doing tomorrow. That's just me this morning, slightly delayed. We'll have a look at Donald Trump's posts first. Donald Trump on Truth Social, nothing much overnight. He's just got the kind of domestic politics stuff coming in as the pivot goes and moves from the backing the Israeli attack on Iran towards domestic politics as the midterms approach. Still no firm agreement made. There's a memorandum of understanding between the Iranians and the United States as the Iranians dictate the terms of the ceasefire and go back to the position they were in before, where they had agreed not to have a nuclear weapon. Iran has agreed to never have a nuclear weapon. Yeah, I think that's always been on the table, but obviously the attacks did put that agreement to the side for a while, whilst they tried to do it by other means. However, it's likely the Israelis may sabotage the deal, which is not in their interest, prior to it taking place. So we could look for attempts to drag the two countries back into conflict, coming about through the Israelis doing some stuff behind the scenes, but we'll see what happens. It is only an intention at the moment. So Donald Trump just saying the story that the US is paying Iran $300 million. It's actually $300 billion, Donald. You're missing a B there. Also missing a B in Democrats. That's not how you would spell it. So he's got his B missed out. It's $300 billion investment fund being created to make good the repairs to the country after the damage caused by the attack on Iran's sovereign territory. So the Americans and the Gulf states will be funding that in order to smooth out the bigger picture of world economy and Gulf economy, to ensure that everyone prospers and peace reigns. And there's some old-fashioned rhetoric about third world countries. As anyone who doesn't agree with the Western way of doing things as a third world country. So the majority of countries. US counts far more Hormuz ship transits than commercial tracking shows. Yeah, that's probably true. So, and Dems replace mother with, just more stuff. People just want to know how much money they have in their pocket, and is their family able to survive and do the best in life in general. People get distracted by all these nonsense concepts, I suppose. Right, first squawk, what have we got? First squawk, anything in the last hour or so? Amnesty accuses Israel of unlawful forced transfers in Lebanon. More war crimes alleged against the Israelis. Canada, Germany agree to work closely on critical minerals. More tie-up between Canada, who's pivoting away from dependence on their unreliable partnership with the United States as it's becoming more fractious. Japan's ruling party, consumption and tax on food to 1% for 2 years from April. Consumption tax, okay, so they've got taxed on everything. You can't avoid tax. Starmer talking to insurers about the safety of the Strait of Hormuz, so looking to get things moving. Nothing will move till the insurance companies say they're covering it, which they haven't been. Are we that close to a resolution? We'll see. US circulates interim rand yield text. There we go. That'll be interesting as the G7 leaders meet in Evian in France. So they're going to review the framework agreement. So we should expect to see what that involves today and see if Vance takes the fall for it not being in America's interests enough. Carney says Trump may not track every detail of Canada's deals, but is supportive of the structure. Okay. Yeah. So nothing standing out as to be immediately causing unknown issues on the markets this morning. Just having a look at my pound dollar trades. We do have, looks like our stop loss has gone into break-even mode. Certainly on the better entry of the two. We'll go into that in a minute. But that's our news for today. Let's have a look at the charts. Evan's laughing. I don't know what I can't remember. It's not long after I started, so we'll see. So yeah, it's what else have we got? We've got yeah. Well, there's my pound dollar trade. We expected it, as we can see here. I was looking for it to go back into this zone. It's not quite made it, to be honest. It's heading lower now that we've reached the 9 o'clock, and I suppose that nice move at 9 o'clock is telling us that might be the move for certainly the start of the session here. We've got our target in here, and if so, this, why is this gone into break even? Why is that? So that's gone into a profit here. So I did have a tight, yeah, I did have a tight break even, trailing stop on when this trade was existing, but we'll keep that there as well, because it could still come back to here. So we could put another, if it comes back to take that again, we can get back in, and we'll already have been out for profit on the initial entry, and we'll just keep our stop above here at 12 pips, keep that in at 22 pips, 120, 220 on the points. We're selling, right? So we can get back in if it does decide to sort of retest this level. There's still a little bit of imbalance here in this candle. If it goes any further than that into this zone, we'd be looking for an exit strategy if it comes back above this. But it did react nicely off that area. Just took our entry, as we can see there. I did discuss this in the Apex Brotherhood Discord. We had a sort of Wednesday morning early meeting with Will Davies, Richard Butler, Evan, the Rebel Trader, and MGN, who's competing with LJ on the 5%ers Traders Challenge 1-to-1 next week. So we're coming back. Looks like we're going to get our break-even trades. So it looks like we could get $20 if it looks like it's going to just come back and take that. At the moment, it's not looking like it's wanting to go back to take that second entry in, but we'll play it cautious. And if it does decide to come back lower again, this is still our target. We've got our support level here. We've got our imbalance here. We just need to break through. There's a previous low looking back in it here. That's going to be the difficulty, I think, to get through. But it's kind of heading in that general direction. So we'll keep our target here. That nicely lines up with these lows here if we're coming back into this range after the drive down on news. Pound driven bearish this morning. Yeah, I'm still happy we're short. We're about to turn short again, confirmed on the 5 minute. We're looking a little bit up on the 15, so giving us the chance of the second entry. Pound, the 1 hour. 1 hour's looking down still, so I'm comfortable with the short still. So we'll just let that play out. So I think we'll go on to have another look at other stuff on the charts. What else are we going to be looking at today? Anyone else having a look on the charts, seeing anything tradable this morning? Let's have a look and see. Let's have a look and see. So, let's just start with Aussie dollar. It's good to be trading after London Open, because that's when I seem to get more of my entries as things start to set up for the session. Still early days, right enough. It's only 9:15. 9:15 is the time where the fake outs kind of stop and you start to get the moves, from what I've noticed anyway. Okay, so Aussie dollar, we're still in the central pivot range, not quite broken free of it yet. Did break below, so we're probably, it's retested it. I'm saying probably again. It looks like it wants to come down here from the MACD is certainly showing us it's down. Or is it? Has been down, but it's not moved much, so there's not been momentum. It went down by 24 pips. Yeah, so it's been down. It's been in the oversold, so yeah, a little bit dangerous, I would say. A little bit dangerous. It's on its way back up. It's doing a rounded retest of the 50 and back down again. Is it down again? No, I'm not liking that for a short. It's too tight in. It's not crossed back on the MACD right enough. It's tried to, but it's not. RSI is pointing down again. It's holding below. Can it bounce and go back down again? Yeah, well, it can. Has it got the legs though? It's looking like it does, to be fair. Yeah, our volley's opening up here, but not at the top. Is it going to ride the bottom band down to S1 like we're expecting on pound dollar? We've not had the same news as we've had on pound dollar. So, can we get 10 pips into there? Lines up with these lows. It's not got the same low to break on pound dollar. Yeah, I think we can. I think we could safely go for 10 pips. That's a nice kind of double top there, indicating it wants to continue down rather than continue up. Although it is just filling that imbalance as well. So we could just do a relatively safe 1-to-1. We'll go for that. We'll go for just a nice 10 pips at 1-to-1. 0.63. Okay, we'll see how that plays out. So it's a 1-to-1 Aussie dollar. Looking for the short. It is looking down, but not much going for it. There's a couple of things telling me warning, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it, see what it does. How's that looking against the other time frames? Certainly down in the 4-hour. Looking nicely down in the 4-hour, so that's given us a little bit of reassurance. The M30 30-minute, a little bit of indecision there. Could still come back up to here, but it's not liking this double top to take a second entry. That's more likely if it breaks that again, so that's why we've got our stop above here. I think we'll just keep it on here. We've got another imbalance here that could be another point of reversal, so we could just play it safe and get just a tight trailing stop on. We've only got 1 point spread at the moment on this, so oops. So we'll just keep a tight trail on it. And we're just playing it safe today. I'm just getting my eyes back in after 6 days off the charts. 30 minutes down to the 15. Yeah, let's just, we've got the kind of double bottom here as well on the 15. We've got this reversal here. It does look like it's kind of wanting to turn again, and it's looking on the downside here. So yeah, I'm happy to stick with it. Happy to stick with it to the target of these lows, which is above our support level here. How much above? 2.5 pips in a kind of 15 pip range. That would be acceptable. We're not taking it right to the S1, although it's certainly got a little bit of room to move before it takes this spike low here, which is the previous day's low as well. So we're staying to the downside. It is all kind of looking to the downside. 5 minute, again, we should have been down to here to get a more precision on our entry, as that's, well, it's not looking like it wants to come back up to here, but it could get another entry in here. We'll just play it safe with that one at half the size. We'll try for another entry there with a 7 pip versus 13 pips, so 2 to 1, which is good positive risk reward, roughly. Right, so we're potential second entry there, just to, as we expect it maybe to relax a little bit, but I think if it does, we're still sitting just about 1 to 1 on our, oh well, is that still our, just our current trade running, or has it got pending trades? We'll need to just adjust that just now. So we want our profit and loss. Yeah, pending orders are in that as well. So we're slightly, ever so slightly negative risk reward there. I believe, is that correct? Is that correct, should I say? Right, no, we've got two instances of profit and loss running, so that's causing a little bit of an error there, so I don't think that is right. Something's not, oh, okay. Something's not going well here. Still got 2 instances of profit and loss, let's have a look. Right, pending order. We need the pending orders in our, there we go, that's better. I knew there was something not correct there. Okay, so we're now, yeah, so we've got a little bit, we can now get just above that high there, which is slightly better for our room for breathing space on this trade. So that's us got 1 to 1. If we get their 2 trades at the moment, it's not liking that level there. It's just on the 5 minute chart, of course. So we'll see if it comes down to here. As I say, we've got our trail. If that takes that, we could potentially get another order in here. It's all a bit tight, but we could potentially put another order in there. We'll just half it again. Just, that's going to take us above here, so 60 pips or 6 points or 18 pips. 60 pips or 18 pips. So we'll see how that changes the... It's a 0.13% profit if it took all our things. It's still just a tiny risk on the overall account. And that takes our stop into a better, safer spot here. And if it gets to that, we're probably wrong anyway. It's not going to be the end of the world. Okay, so overall risk on that trade, should they all take, put our trail back on, is 0.13, 0.14%. So we've got 0.13 risk on that, on our pound dollar. We've got 0.26, so we're still under 0.5% risk on the account for these two trades. Correlated to a degree because they're both against the dollar, but we'll see what's happening with them. How's that looking? Now it's never took our stop, so it's continued lower. We're still just got the two entries in. We never got taken out on the trail on the best entry, so we're just looking for, it's failed to break the low of the news spike this morning, but it looks like it's having another attempt in it. If we go down to the 5, we'll see that that is the case. It's gone up a little bit. How many times? Yeah, it's kind of just stuck there, isn't it? So it's giving us a little bit of indication it's not wanting to go lower there. But in the 15-minute, yeah, still showing us signs to the downside. We've got a potential to get another order in here. If we're still confident in this trade as it retraces here. We can get in just a 1-to-1 potentially for 15 pips. Just as a momentum order. Is there momentum though? That's the question. Let's have a look in the hour. Yeah, we've got fairly good momentum and strength to differential to ride it down. Still to break that low and get our target. Yeah, I'm still relatively happy with our, so let's get that in there. If it takes it, it takes it. We'll see. If it's coming back up on that retrace there with the green candles, and on the minute and the 5 minute we can see that it may want to take that. And there's our trail above. And there's our secondary stop there, so we can start to pull our stop in as it's going down. I mean, that's still in a 1-to-1, 0.36, so we've upped our risk to 0.5% between our Aussie dollar trade and our pound dollar trade. Let's just watch it, see what's happening. Euro dollar, keep an eye on it. Which reminds me, I just want to get a little warning in here on my Aussie dollar. There's not going to be much of a warning should it go the wrong way against us, which it obviously is at the moment, but we're getting, remember we're set up for average again, so we're getting our better entries. It's all a little bit tight. It's all a little bit tighter than I normally operate, but that's the way I'm going to go, because when I've got it wider, there's always a temptation to make it wider again. Whereas if it's tighter, then it just does what it does and you accept it much easier. I do believe that is the truth. Right. So, Aussie dollar. Done. Pound dollar. Done. And in a trade, let's have a look at euro dollar. We'd generally be expecting that to be doing the same thing as pound. But is it? it's kind of holding the central range there, which is, when you've got that happening, that's potentially telling us it's wanting to go to the upside. It's not quite broken through the bottom, which then gives us that little bit of resistance on the pound dollar as well. We're holding way above the 200 moving average. This is on the hourly chart. That support is not quite within that 200, but it would be within touching distance of it. Is the euro dollar telling us it's down as well? Well, yes, 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 but not with much momentum. Not with much momentum. We're getting a little bit of a crossover in the momentum moves of euro and dollar. Euro looking to move to the downside, but dollar looking to move to the upside, but it's kind of meandering in the middle. They're both meandering in the middle of momentum at the moment, so they're both kind of, there's a stall point, which is the calm before the storm often. Not looking like there's enough on there for me to want to trade it. What's the 15-minute telling me? 15 minutes telling me down as well, down, but it's bouncing off this moving average. It's also on the RSI is down, but it's been in the oversold territory a couple of times. The ball is flaring though nicely. I'd be cautious with that. It's still in this central pivot range here. It's not confidently telling us it's wanting to come down to here, but it's certainly broken this range. So it's probably along the same lines as pound dollar, but I think we'll just stick with our pound dollar trade. Too much correlation. If it was doing something different, we'd maybe just kind of hedge a little bit and not hedge. Potentially one's moving faster than the other, so you've often got a quicker route to profit if you trade one and the other at the same time. But this seems to be doing less, so I'm not keen to get in on the euro trade today. 4 hour. It's also telling us down. Just crossing on the MACD, not quite a confirmation of a cross yet. We're still an hour and a bit away from the 10 o'clock candle forming. That's, well, these times are broker times, but this is the 6 a.m. candle. We're looking for the 10 a.m. UK time candle to form, and if we get a confirmed cross here, then we're starting to get one of the signals into the down. RSI's into the lower portion here, so kind of down, but can also retest it. That is an hour and a half of waiting just to see what that's doing. USD JPY. Now, it's been odd, the USD JPY over the last period since this big kick-ass drop. It's just kind of slight up trend here. It's certainly back down, testing the lows of the trend line. Oops, I don't like to draw lots of. I'm not a big trend line fan, but you can see there's a general uptrend there, and it's in that low point a bit there below it. It's just taking S1. So, is it likely to take S2 today down to the ADR low? Not likely when you look at the trend line. Is it likely to turn back up and head to here? Most probably yes, in this imbalance here. But we've still got a flaring volley band. It's still showing us strongly down. So there's something not right to want it to take higher there, but it has bounced off that S1. If we redraw our trend line and I kind of, has it got room to, nah, it's not really. So the trend line's telling us up. The volley's telling us flaring, but when the move is to the downside. The MACD's telling us down. RSI's telling us oversold, so caution. It's been there, it's back up, it's back down. It's still in the lower 50%, so it's still down. So yeah, it's actually telling us down. But then that would be fighting against our other two trades. Does that mean that we don't agree with it just because we could be wrong on that too? Is there enough to take a trade? Well, yeah, it's still down, to be honest. But is it a point of reversal? It's not telling us that, although that oversold warning there is telling us could be going back up, but it can also take new lows before it goes back up. And certainly everything's saying down, so we're actually down, so we're not in alignment with the other two. What's the H4 telling us? And it's looking to cross, but it's not confidently done it yet. We need to be at the 10 o'clock candle close, or real, the new 10 o'clock candle on the 4 hour. Certainly down on the RSI, down on the MACD. What's the price action telling us? Well, it's confidently up, isn't it, from price action alone. And it's still got room to the downside on this volley to come down again, but volley's closing. It's sausaging for ready for a move. So I think it's telling us it wants to go down, but it's kind of stuck. That was on it. That's been a nice down move this morning, you know. Yeah, it would have been nice to get in around here, targeting that support below. Now it's taking the support, that kind of tells us it wants to retrace, which it is. How far can it go before it wants to? Let's just put our central pivot. Let's get our, I'm liking these the pivot range now with the yellow lines as well. So yeah, it's holding below it. Would it want to come back up to here first? Well, it's not showing us it wants to go back up to there yet. It's just stopped short of fully filling the imbalance on this candle down move here. And it's certainly pushing lower as we speak. Yeah, that's still telling me down in the 15 minute. 5 minutes telling me a different story. Telling me it wants to turn up. So I reckon there's a chance to trade that from there to there, which aligns with our other dollar moves. But the yen could be doing its own thing at the moment. So we'd be completely trading against what all the 3 time frames above this are telling us if we decide to take a trade back up to here. Certainly telling us, not confirmed up yet, but telling us it's wanting to, well, it is confirmed up there. Now it's telling us down as well. But be careful of it coming back up here. Am I too cautious that the move's already happened? Am I being too cautious? Doesn't look far away to down to here. Only 30 pips. That would be nice. What's the minute saying? Minute saying down as well, but ready to get a bit of relaxation up the way. So we could watch it. Yeah, I would be happy with a down, a short trade just based on that being down, that being down, that being down, that being down. So, but I'm cautious. I'm cautious because we've taken this level, so we need Do we wait for it to break through the level again? I think we'll wait and see what the minute does here. If we get a severe reversal, we could then wait for another reversal in the minute, and then the 5 minute, and then look to trade it short. It is a little bit. It's moved a lot of distance in a short period of time here. Thoughts on oil, buddy? You think there's more downside in it for today? I can open up my... I don't think I have an oil chart. It was just been too crazy, the price action. Do I have an oil chart? Let's see if I can just bring up an oil chart in here. We'll just change my Bitcoin chart to oil. Let's just change the watermark so we're not confused watching this later. We'll just call it oil. In fact, we'll call it WTI because that's what it is. US oil. Right, so that's our oil chart. Right, what is oil doing today? Right, so we're leaving just to finish off on UJ. We're leaving UJ where it is for the moment. Certainly looking down. If it goes below this low again on the support, then and there's momentum and strength, then yeah, you've potentially 20 pips, safe 20 pips maybe down to ADR low, but it's UJ. It's Monday morning, Wednesday morning. I keep saying Monday. It's my Monday because this is my first day on. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll put an alert on here for UJ. If it breaks below this, then we could potentially get in, and if it comes back up to here, we could potentially get a better price. So we'll wait on it doing one of those two things and then make a decision. We're still, it's a London session. It's UJ. It's possibly not likely to do much. Right, oil. What is oil doing in the moment? Well, it's come down overnight. Let's get our central pivot range on this as well. My new favourite indicator. I'm just slowly working my way through the charts to add in the buffer zone there. So oil, you can see it's reacting just short of the support one here. It's come down since, well, there's open actually. So it's dropped again overnight, and it's broken the lows of yesterday. We're down into a new range by the looks of it, because it's gone red, it's gone green, it's gone red, it's gone green. So it looks like it's ranging and holding, so it's finding a nice support level in here at the 76. Is that relevant back in the bigger time frames? Oh, it's got a nice fair value gap there. Huge imbalance here from this move going back to the beginning of March at the start of the conflict. So it's nicely filled that now. Well, it was filled on that crazy candle there. Look at that. Look at that pin bar there. Look at that candle. Talk about volatility. So yeah, so that kind of killed the fair value gap that did exist on this candle immediately on the next week. However, it's looking like it's wanting to fill that. Certainly heading down on the weekly. That's a confident and diverging move on the MACD there. I'll just move Evan's comment. Yeah, that MACD is nicely divergent there. It's a steady, nice, smooth RSI. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautifully down. week to week. As you can see, we've almost had a run of red weeks apart from this outlier here. I think that was okay. Daily, it's looking beautifully down as well, but we're entering oversold here, but that's just a warning sign that it may be about to relax. Not necessarily that it will yet. It can still go lower. It can go lower for days into the oversold territory. So it's not an automatic sign that we're going to reverse. Yeah, we're certainly down. Nice touch of S2 on the daily chart here. Not likely to want to come much higher again than S1 or back into the central pivot range on the daily. Although we do have these imbalances here. Not likely to happen today though. So beautifully on the line of the volley. The volley's not flaring, but it's still quite a strong downward move. So we're kind of down on the week, down on the day. H4 is telling us a different story. It's telling us it's sort of continually bottoming out into the oversold. It's testing this support here, although it's slowly making its way down again. We've got the support 2 on the H4. Support levels change in each time frame, but on support 2's down here at the ADR. It's not quite reached the support 1 on the H4. Is it pushing lower? It's looking like a turn on the... Looking like it, yeah, it's turned on the... Up again on the H4 here, so we're now targeting back to the central pivot range. So it's up. It's up. It's beginning to turn up, but it's neutral, I suppose, in the RSI. After being in the oversold here, it's not quite making its way above the 50 yet. So we're kind of up. We're kind of up, or we're down, but we're turning up on the H4. H1 is telling us up on the MACD. Has been for the last 4 hours. So since kind of London Open this morning, we've had a up, and then another retest. Never quite broke the low. It did break the low, and then it's a break. And is it a retest? So we're up for the moment. Yeah, we're trading up. So we're in buys, but against the deeper trend. Certainly a buy in the 15-minute. Yeah, we're looking nice buys here. So where's our target going to be? Don't like that when the indicator draws a red line. Got a safe 45 pips into this resistance area here. Not quite reaching the CPR, so we're buys at the moment, but that could be an area to then start taking sells again. We need to wait and see what it does once it reaches it. But we're safely in a buy if you were scalping it or day trading it. That would your H1, your M30, your M15 is all lining up. We're certainly in a buy in the M15. Yep, same kind of target. It's flaring nicely. So we're in nice buy territory, but I would be very cautious that it's not going to go much further above here, and then we're starting probably to look for sells again to get in with our higher time frame analysis. 5-minute lines all over the place. 5-minute, it's looking like it's about to top out. So is it likely to go to here? It's the same target. Potentially, maybe if we're taking the long, we'd get in a little bit of wait for it to retrace into this imbalance here, take it up to here and get a safe 50 pips. I don't even know what my I'm not going to take a trade on it. I don't know what my position size would be on oil, to be honest, on this account. But yeah, you could potentially get an order in here up to here. Just safely into that daily high. Just keep it under the daily high to get a nice 50 pips, but then potentially looking for shorts from there. But certainly looking up for the moment, but topping out. And there it's coming down. So that's the analysis on oil. It's been a pleasure. What time are we at? Yeah, we're coming up for 10 o'clock, so I am going to call it a day. We'll have a little review of where our other two trades have gone. We'll come back and see if oil does that. It might do it quickly, you know, it's moving, it's certainly moving in 50 pips in 30 minutes, so a little scalp, I would call that. But we'll see what it does. We'll see if it reacts here and does that. We'll come back to that in a second. We'll just have a quick look at the pound dollar trade. How's my pound dollar doing? It's kind of meandering. It's consolidating here just at this lower level here. Are we in profit in it? I can't. Oh, something just took. What happened there? Something. It's maybe my second Aussie dollar trade just jumped in. Okay, yeah. Are we still down? Well, we've turned up on the minute for the moment. We're turning up on the 5 minute, potentially. 15 minute is also in a little bit of indecision, neutral. 30 minutes still down. And the hour is still down. Nicely down. We've got a little bit of momentum going on. Our strength is still looking good, and the differential between the dollar and the pound, that's still looking good. Still looking good for the short, to be fair. Has it? Oh, it's taken my third entry there. So the running profit, I've not got the running profit thing set going, but we'll keep the TP in there. We've got our tight trailing stop on as well, so we'll just wait on that one playing out. It's kind of done what I've said there, not quite gone as high as that. That was a bit of an over exaggeration, but we're looking for it to go down to there. We'll give you an update in the morning as to whether this takes the profit. The Aussie dollar, trade was, oh, it looks like it's just ranging. Doesn't look like there's much momentum to the downside on that, to be honest. I'm not really liking that as much as the pound trade. So yeah, it's actually turning into more of a buy. Even the hours looking to change. 4 hours still saying down though. 4 hours still saying down, so we can hold on. The hour is still down, but only just hanging on by the seat of its pants. 15 minute, unfortunately, it's turned up, but then that's got us our better entry. We do have another entry and above here that would give us a better profit, should it take. And there's a potential to, there is a potential just to get out of these lows for a nice 0.05% profit. So we'll keep an eye on that. I've got my alert on here if it gets to those lows, so that's a potential for it to get out of maybe most of the trades, then just pull it to break even and let it play out. So we'll keep an eye on that. As I say, I'll give you an update in the morning as to what happens. Quick look back at oil just to see if it did react on that fair value gap. Not reacted yet, still pushing to the downside. Looks like it could potentially take a bounce off this moving average now, looking at that. Too much distance probably to get into here when we've got this general uptrend. So yeah, I would imagine that we'll get the reaction there and take it higher, but going by the higher time frames, we probably want to be more short than we do long. We'll see at 15 minute. Yeah, could come down into there, I suppose, before it continues higher. If we were to do more of that kind of style of we'll see what it does. The time is coming up to 10 o'clock. Thanks very much for joining me again today. We'll be back on tomorrow at 7 AM London time, and then again at 9 AM London time. In between times we'll be in the Apex Brotherhood live stream. If you on Discord, if you are interested in joining the Apex Brotherhood for an improvement in your trading, improvement in your lifestyle, improvement in your fitness, improvement overall, continuous improvement, do follow the link in the description. But thank you again for joining me this morning. It's been an absolute pleasure. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later on the next one. Bye bye now.